Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. Out here in space, in the next planet here, dealing with the lightning and all this. We've got the new lightning rods here. Start to try to move out further here, in theory. So we can place these down here. But it sure doesn't look like it. Cannot build on oil ocean. This is an oil ocean. Okay. We can just about connect this, but it's not going to connect with power poles, though. What's the maximum distance that these can reach? Not far enough. What can we do about that? This is an oil ocean. This part also an oil ocean? Oil ocean. Deep oil ocean. Okay. We can get hit by lightning out here. Okay. So what are we going to do about that? It's definitely, clearly a problem. Making all these bricks. I want to stop doing that for a little bit. That's some bricks for stuff. We might also want some stone turned into landfill, perhaps? Landfill work in the oil ocean. Foundations need to fill oil ocean. Okay. And foundation is the super late stuff here. Foundation. Placed in lava, oil ocean, and most water. My goodness. That is complicated. We do not have it at all. That's not going to do anything. Okay. So, is all this area that's not these plateaus oil ocean? Yes. Okay. That does make things more difficult here. I guess what we need to do is decide where we're going to do things then. Because we only can get so much anything here. Can't connect the power grids together without crossing the oil ocean. So you like possibly just find a larger area to work with. So let's go for a run and try to not get hit by lightning. It's interesting we can just run on the oil ocean here. There's another tiny area. There's a bigger chunk, maybe. I mean, slightly bigger at least. Also, what kind of enemies? Do we have any enemies out here, or is it just constant lightning problems? There's some more slight defense on this section here. It's a slightly larger area. It's got scraps. Not as much. Interesting. This is 10 million scrap here. It did say that raised train platforms could be able to go between places. Whether or not those would be protected from lightning strikes, or if that's even a thing we need to worry about. You can see the blue here is the protection pylons, I suppose. Let's do a nice run around here. Let's expand the area we can see a little bit. Running through various situations. There's a vault ruin. There's a larger area, maybe. It's got cliffs and stuff, but that's something. Not too much in the way of things over here. Not too much in the way of ruins on this spot here. There's a larger section, though. And that looks like that might be a crossable distance between these two. That could potentially work. I can see this being an area of use. Okay. I think it's slightly slowed down by the thicker bits of ocean here. Which, I mean, that's to be expected. We're literally running through oil somehow. And this was all the way over here. We can definitely do something with all this. Just find enough chunks here which could theoretically connect. Not a distance close enough to connect power between. If we destroy the cliffs, does that destroy the plateau? Probably not. Get to that, we could possibly get to this one too. It's got potential. We may need to train in some scrap in case some areas aren't large enough. So we definitely can't just send things specifically. Fulgurite. Oh, look at this. This just has the ore in it. Well, that's different. Is something? Not really. Not really getting hit by lightning too much. I'm here for that. Hold me more. You're right. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So we need to decide if we want to try to move the base over. It's a thought. Good thing we have all these running legs. Makes us a little bit quicker here. So we go through the sludging through all the oil here. My goodness. It's nice that they start with so many scraps just on the first island there. It's essentially an island. All intents and purposes. Oh, there's a lightning strike. We're probably fine. There's another scrap island. We're just so much quicker on the islands, though. Obviously. What else we got? What else we got? And here. See if there's an even deeper oil ocean. In theory, we should be able to pump from the oil ocean then. That's kind of the idea. Probably. This island here. Not too much else. Really, I'm slightly concerned about how much damage being struck by lightning would be. Looks like it blasted through our single shield, but besides that, not too much. Honestly, compared to some other issues we face, that's kind of fine, really. Things could be worse. A larger looking plateau here. Across over there, maybe. Just need space for activities and such. And a larger area that's connected by power will allow us to put more of the lightning rods down to collect the power. A thought, at least. More scrap. Okay. I have to make one of these elevated train rails here. It needs a whole bunch of refined concrete. Haven't done too much with trains yet. Hasn't been super necessary. But they're the only thing that can get over this oil here. Could be quite necessary. I want to expand out further here. Various different types of islands here. Some with more ruins and stuff. Some with more scrap to grab. Seems alright. Okay. Then over here. Probably the last plateau we check out for right now. Our solar panels aren't doing much for us currently. Okay. So that is a bit of map discovering. This appears definitely the largest area we can work with. 144 scrap. We connect a little to here. More over there, more over there, more over there. This whole 10 million in the middle is definitely something. From 40, 80, 500,000 in that entire section. 100,000 there. Not too much. We got like different kinds. We got more industrialized sections and more barren sections. This is the plants that have the ore in it, so. A couple different things going on here. Alright. I'm thinking I should try to move up to here. Before we move up, we might want to try to just get the most basic of the technologies going. Just make the stuff here. See what we're working with. What other options we have. Get some space. We really could just start moving out. Just to have more space. This is not the largest island. In terms of power, we have some. Put down more accumulators. Again, we don't have much space though. I think that's the biggest deciding factor of if we want to try to just move in. 144 scrap would be fine for a start, probably. We have different sections here. Just more space would be nice. Even just going up to these islands would be more space. If we're going to be moving, we might as well go up to a larger spot here. Possible. I want to see about pumping stuff. How would that work here? Offshore pump. Shooting some bio water, lava, and various oceans. Like a oil ocean. Pump it here. Extracts heavy oil. Okay. That's usable. You can always pump that down. What is the cracking? Cracking requires water. And we get some water from the ice here, I guess. We definitely need a large amount of that going on. Recycling the scraps and bits. We're kind of covering everything with this here. Enough. So over here we'd have more scrap to play with. And it goes through the scrap really quickly. We even try going further. We can't hold all of our stuff at once though, which is also slightly a problem. We'll just have this be a scrap mining station. We need to try to make the new things and some of these rail support elevated things. So we need refined concrete. That also requires more water. And concrete and iron sticks and steel plates. Stone bricks and iron ore. Okay. Iron ore. Could drop that from space, maybe. There's also the... Let's see exactly what the recycler recycles things into. That's the new thing here, essentially. We're getting all these various bits here. Iron bits. I don't think we would recycle it into ore, though, is the problem. Concrete. Refined concrete. Iron ore. Well, technically. Got iron ore up here. Ish. I guess stop. It's crushing into iron ore. Iron ore is on this line. Let's put a whole bunch of that into storage here. We could technically have some iron ore happening. Kinda. So we used up some ammo too, fighting stuff off, so let's make more. If it had any more iron ore. Iron plates. Power is definitely also a problem up here. It's trying its best. Is that our solution? Is that the solution here? Could be. Any ways to make iron ore? Not that I've seen before. Recycling scrap is the main thing here. Recycler, recycler, recycler. Reverses most processes except smelting and chemistry. So, yeah, that's not going to get us ore then. Returns 25% of the ingredients. The ingredients not regained. Lose 75% of everything else. And also spoilage happens. Okay. We might be just missing different stuff here. Got some rocks, perhaps? We have all the various ruins. That's for sure. Let's see what would happen if we gave ourselves this. I'm immediately saying what it is. It's convenient. So we're not in the area. We can get stone from some rocks. Didn't notice any specific iron stones anywhere. If those are just the rocks, that could be this one. We got the scrap, we got the stuff that gives the other ore. Where are the researches here? A personal battery Mark III, which is very battery. Energy shield Mark II. The lightning collector. Mech armor, wild. Planet discovery, a kilo with all of them. Personal roboport Mark II. Processing unit productivity. Quality module 3. Rails support foundations. Allows building elevated rails, and also on the deep parts of ocean oils. Of the oil ocean. Allows building elevated rails. Also on the deep part of the oil ocean. So, that is, we can do the shallow ocean building right now. Okay. That's still something. Skip our productivity. Tesla weapons. Deal electric damage and bounce between enemies. And worker robot speed increasing. Okay. So nothing that would... Oh, we can look through these things for all the stuff they give us. Personal batteries, they use the supercapacitors. And shield needs... just basic stuff. Lightning collectors uses all the new stuff here. Things to be made in the electromagnetic plant, of course. Mech armor, of course, all those different things, and the power armor. Very cool. A personal roboport Mark II. Bigger size, bigger stuff. Quality module 3. Use this stuff here to make the even higher quality, which we still haven't messed with too much. The rail support foundation is just an effect, an option to do so. Tesla weapons are a Tesla gun, Tesla turret, and Tesla ammo. Plastic expander and electrolytes. Okay. And then we have the electric weapons damage upgrades for all these. Okay. So again, nothing that's really going to give us iron ore specifically. As far as I can tell. Can't recycle things into ore. Can recycle some of these other things, in theory. If we wanted to. Looks like ice is pretty much our source of water here. Which we need for any kind of chemistry stuff. Well, that's also something. Okay. So if we want to make this, we're going to need more stuff. I think we just need more space here in general. Let's start carting stuff over to a larger area. The 10 million scrap. Can we get a train going between these places? Looks like yes. There's 14 million scrap over here, so that's even closer to here. You grab the 14 million scrap and train it over this way, possibly, and fit through that tiny gap there. So set up over here instead. We do have our rocket stuff flying down here, so we might want to, if we're going to be sending anything else down, we might be better off making ourselves a cargo landing pad. That also needs concrete, though, so that's going to be something. Okay. Let's just start by moving. We need more space. This is not really a salvageable location. Not ideal. Not ideal. We can also always go around to other sections of the other areas here and grab more stuff if we need to. We can get rid of some of these cliffs. Could also be a worthwhile thing to do. Make our lives easier. We do have a bunch of cliff explosives up and around, so that's alright. This area over here is mostly protected. So setting up over here. Okay. This'll work. This'll work nicely. Give us more space to work with. Ow. Try not to get hit by lightning. I'm also doing fine for getting hit by lightning, though, so things could be worse. Things could be worse. Trying to find a good path back through here. We can run on more solid ground more. Make our lives easier. Over here. Grabbing all the stuff. From there. From there. All this. Everything from here. Shouldn't be too much else more in totally. We got this whole pile of scrap. Aside from that, though. It's a pipe. And just one more trip will be fine. Okay. This should work. This should work. In theory. More space. Just gonna cover the new area with lightning rods to get more power for doing stuff with. Because I don't think we really want to try to, unless we need to, don't really want to set up any oil stuff to use up all the water from the ice. So that'd be a bit excessive, what we're trying to accomplish. And not so helpful. We would have to not have all that working for us. Definitely think we need to set up stuff in space, though, to try to send us some iron ore. Do we need to consider the fact that we need some of the iron up there for making more ammo to keep defending the space platform? Would not be very helpful to have the space platform just explode currently. Wouldn't be too good. Okay. So robots, you can take our things. We don't have any robots on us. We put those away. Of course we did. That's fine. You can just grab everything. And we'll still have the solar panels up, because why not? They're doing something, at least. Even if it's only a little bit. Okay. We also won't just build directly on top of scrap here. Not that we're going to need to. Alright. Here. We got dynamite in a chest somewhere. There it is. Or just scrap. We need to use dynamite. We pick up the box. That's the scrap box. That's pretty good. Okay. Relocating. Should be fine. Also have a bunch more new ruins we can also just pick up here for more. All the stuff that ruins have. To compare the stuff that ruins have to the stuff that we get from recycling scrap. It's slightly different. Okay. Here we go. That's everything. Just grab some stuff here for doing stuff with. Quite that many of those. Probably organize this slightly. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Here's some concrete. Stuff turned into concrete. Some of these have concrete in them. Yeah, concrete from something. Noteworthy. Notable. Just do everything. Everything that isn't iron out of this box. Everything out of this box. This box can have some copper. Everything out of this box. Some more copper. We have steel and gears, cables, circuits. Steel. Plastic. That's a scrap box. Lots of gears. And iron sticks. That's something. Solid fuel, batteries, some stone. Okay. Got the holmium. All these. Take the circuits out, put those in their own box. We have a few for us to work with. Definitely get a lot of processing units. That's something. Okay. So now we have here. We can set up a whole power system. Just out further. Just put them all together. As much space as possible here. Why not 3 at a time? Just trying to collect some electricity. Do something like this. Just cover the whole general area. I don't know exactly how far it needs to be to actually function for the power. It isn't protected though. Go all the way over to here. It's pretty impressive. Okay. These all up with power poles. Okay. That'll mostly work here. Set up all the solar panels out here too. Should in theory be protected. It's a dream at least. It's more of the power area and less anything else. Perfect. And that's all the solar panels we have. Let's just place out the accumulators, 'cause why not? They'll do what they can. Get them actually in places where they actually work would also help. There you go. That's our power grid availability there. It's looking like this. Let's see if these get hit by lightning ever. It's the start of something. It's the start of something here. Okay. Where is the scrap? It's over here. Surrounded by other bits. Let me see if I can get... How do the robots fare with picking this stuff up? You make all the various chunks. Okay. At least get more robots going with it. They'll do their best. What happens if we... I guess we need to answer this question. What happens when we get rid of the lightning attractor? Do we get it back? Nope, we do not. Good to know. There's a small area from lightning. But it's a larger area than we protect with our lightning rods, so... That's to be noted. Okay. So we don't want to destroy those, preferably. Would make our lives a little bit easier. Don't need to mess with this right now. Robots pick stuff up. They're doing their best. These pieces. These pieces. Let's look around for all the different pieces that we can pick up here. Let's do a bit of a cleanup. Start here. These, that. These over here. They're doing their best. There's space for all this stuff, kinda. All kinds of various pieces. Different boxes for all this stuff. Not the worst problem to have. Okay. Just cleaning stuff up here. Go closer to the various chunks. Robot's gonna do a better job picking everything up. Robot speed and all that. Yep. Just back on novice, it's fine. It's all working as intended. Okay. Got some chunks up this way, but for the most part, there's something. There's a small chunk here. If we can just, when we just mine it, we just get all the pieces and it's fine. Possibly less annoying to deal with. We need to not use any of our cliff explosives that we don't want to. This one's down here. Okay. And that. That's some pieces. So these are protecting us from the lightning, but they're not giving us any power stuff, so. That's something. Alright. Let's see if we spread across this. A few more pieces of scrap. I mean, this does not show that, so. Scrap is... There's a 6 of scrap in here. Right there. Okay. This small ruin. There you go. Okay. That cleans out this side of things for the start here. We get stuff doing something here. Got a recycler. Give that a box to put stuff in. Box to take stuff out of. A little bit longer than it looks, I suppose. this off to power. I'll start recycling stuff. Very good. We need to be able to sort all this stuff. That's mostly a situation with possibly robots. This makes a lot of different things. How many things in total? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items coming from this. Okay. We could do the whole robots system again. I don't know if that's really what we want to do, though. Mostly worked. Just need all these things. It makes things so quickly. Dealing with everything is going to be a process for sure. We could always just recycle some of these things back down to various bits. Let's make another recycler here. We're going to need more eventually anyways, so. Steel, gears, pressing units, and concrete. So get the concrete from the scrap. So you should just mine a whole bunch of scrap to get the concrete to make the things. That's okay. Done a roboport here. How's that doing for power? You charging up the whole thing? 500 megawatts, 500 megawatts. It's got gigawatts. Production is spiking back and forth, depending on how much power is coming in. Not the most reliable, it doesn't seem. It's going, though. It's going. We got more of the coverage here, so that's nice. In theory, at least. Okay. This is making all kinds of stuff. We think we could solve this with trying to get 12 different things off of it in belts and stuff. Trying to avoid making any kind of bottleneck would be obviously problematic. Definitely something worth trying, though. Trying to get the whole mine here covered, protected. So we can get that going. This medium electric pole is not protected. I think we probably should have all of our stuff protected. Like a reasonable idea. What do you think? We have these guys over here. These just have the ore inside them. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Also have rocks. Just have a bunch of stone. Isn't the worst thing. Stone's okay. Use stone for some stuff. There's a nice chunk of this immediately. That's pretty good. We get that set up. Keep trying to make more of the plates here. Need the solution for anything else? Guess we need it for the electrolytes. Okay. We're gonna need more plates for stuff, so we can get that set up here again. Chemical plant. Chemical plant for the ice. Chemical plant for that. Let's see. Simple setup here again for this. This is the ice melter. Could also send down ice from space. It's also an option. I think we can skip needing to get the iron ore from space by just having all of the concrete made from here. So that should be fine. And this is making the solution, the stone and the ore and the water. And the solution goes into here to make the plates. And then the plates can go in a box for right now. That's at least something. A provider chest. So that'll make some more plates for us. That's nice. Would you like a whole pile of the ore here? Keep that going. As long as it has enough ice to melt. Which bars does this take? Only 10. Just needs to be more and more scrap, essentially. Keep doing what you're doing. Just millions and millions of scrap, essentially. We do have that here, so make it happen. Okay. Let's try to get the basics of these going here at least a little bit. We need light oil for this. We need heavy oil for this. We need the electrolyte for this. So we need some light oil and some heavy oil. So we can get that from the pump area over here. Pump. But it's actually on the side of things. I'll put it there. Right up here. Here's a heavy oil pump. Something with that. So we got heavy oil. Heavy oil cracking to light oil requires water and another chemical plant. Let's get the... What are all these new things made in anyways? Electromagnetic plant, electromagnetic plant, electromagnetic plant. Okay. So we need an electromagnetic plant, essentially. As the next piece of the puzzle here. 150 of the plates, and then 50 refined concrete. Okay. Refined concrete is steel sticks, concrete, and water. Again here. We got this, we got this. Refined concrete. In here. You are making refined concrete. Hooked up to the water. Hooked up to the power. Hooked up to the things from here. That's going to do the concrete. And the steel. Possibly not the sticks, though, by the looks of things. We're getting sticks from just the buildings. We can just make iron. If we revert iron gears, perhaps. More long-term solution here. So we can just check some sticks in here for now. How many of this we need to make one of these? How many of these do we need? We need 50 refined concrete. It's going to take a little bit. Once we get the refined concrete, we need the plates, processing units, and steel. Make multiple. 10 refined concrete per. That's alright. Okay. So we're gonna need... How many of these do we think we're gonna need? We're gonna need at least 3 for these things. We're getting not quite enough concrete from here. We have a whole pile of concrete in our inventory. You just make more of these. You can always get more concrete. It's fine. Always get more scrap. There you go. Okay. So then we need the heavy oil and the light oil and all that. Gonna need a chemical plant for processing heavy oil into light oil. So we need both of them. Bring that down to here. We have the heavy oil line. Or not. You pumping? Heavy oil. You're not connected because this is here. There you go. Heavy oil line. We will crack that into light oil. Don't have any of the anything for making just the oil cracking. The crude oil cracking or anything, because we're going straight from heavy oil here. That's right. The water around here in some fashion. There you go. If I get some tanks going here, that'll also be an idea. Not getting enough ice to melt everything for everything this is trying to do. Got some ice in the box. You bet we do. Here's some ice. We'll make a couple tanks here. Not a bad idea. One ice melter might be insufficient, of course, but, you know, it's something. Okay. Heavy oil tank. Light oil tank. Let's fill it all up. Fill it all up. Great. Okay. We got enough refined concrete to make one thing here, in theory. Also need 150 of the plates. How many do we have in here? Another 100. That is, for this, only made in assemblers and stuff. If we make it in an electromagnetic plant, we would get the base productivity, so should definitely do that for future ones here. For the first one, it needs to be made in here. Okay. Electromagnetic plant. Need some steel. And these, and that. Critical for electromagnetic research and processes. There you go. And there we go. This does technically mean we're going to need less of the later things here. Just give it the in and the out boxes here. Does it need to be a passive provider chest here? No. Should be more of a requester chest if we're actually going to be requesting things. We're not, though. So that's fine. You are making more electromagnetic plants. Chuck a whole bunch of steel processing units, plates, and refined concrete in here. And switch them around so we're actually the right thing. We'll pile these. Here's more ore for you to play with. Good. The factory is making the solution here. It's kind of all going. Out of basic concrete again? Yes. What do we got over here? Ore. Okay. That's 10 more. Yeah. And it needs more of these here too. We got some more of these. At least take a couple of these. Keep these going. Okay. Oh, it's spinning around. That's enough to make one more. And there it is. Now the next time it makes one more, it's going to make two more. Amazing. That's going to be enough for all these things. This requires the electrolyte, so we need that first. That is stone, heavy oil, and solution. Okay. So solution is right now just going straight into this and nowhere else. It's a little bit not great. Just move this slightly here. We got at least a thing here working out. Main plate. This is all going to need actual boxes and things. Needs the heavy oil and this solution. Heavy oil's over here, the solution's over here. solution is get the heavy oil down here somewhere. So we made it in the electromagnetic plant. There you go. How do you hook up to... stuff here? The in and out of both of these and this. Okay. Kinda? Can I make that work? It's very specific. The sides of things. Okay, so this is in out of this, like that. And the heavy oil can come from over here. There we go. It's got heavy oil, it's got that. Also needs stone, and it makes electrolyte, which we're going to put into another tank here, I guess. Need some steel. Tank. Needs a box full of stone. Well, lucky you, we've got some of that. Tank here. Tanks give opportunities for lots of different stuff. And power. And stone. Okay. 1 stone, 10 oil, and 10 of the solution. She's currently turned into plates and this now, which is great. Start filling up the electrolyte tank. Again, the bonus productivity, which is great. That's that thing being made. Next up, we'll use that. We also need the superconductor to make this. That's copper, plastic, holmium, and light oil. We got holmium here. We got one of these yet? Need more of these plates. Need more concrete. That's enough of that. Some more plates. There you go. 150. Oh goodness. We're low on water. Because we're low on ice. More ice in this box. Not really. Does stuff give ice? Nope. Gives other stuff though. Like scrap, which we can turn down into ice. Is that protected? I think we destroyed a protector pylon here. Make one of those for the oil here. I prefer that not get obliterated. Preferably. Go. This up here is also not. Yeah, there was a guy in the middle there. Kind of standing in lightning range. Let's solve that. There you go. Hit it eventually here. Okay. Ice. From scrap. Yep. So they're running out of scrap here. Always wild. That's why we need to set up mining of scrap. And that'll be good. How much power do we have, though? Some? It's just always flow in here, making more stuff. There's more plates. Here's more plates. It's gonna make 2 more, that we're gonna be enough. Perfect. Or something. Alright, 2 more. Copper, plastic, plate, and light oil. It's very specific stuff. Okay. We need a box here with copper and plastic. Where's some copper and plastic? Let's make some of this. We need the light oil down here. That's gonna stuck by that. It's fine. We can go around. Go. That's light oil. That's going to make superconductors. Are these useful for anything besides just making these supercapacitors? Perhaps not. Full of light oil, though. Superconductor. We at least have a box of it. In case we figure out other things we need to do with it. What we're trying to do here? Craft a supercapacitor. Yep, that's the plan. Supercapacitors made in here. Needs the electrolyte from over here. Supercapacitor. Move this slightly here. Supercapacitor. Hooked up to that. We're on the edge of defended area here. Probably gonna want another lightning rod here. Would be wise. This needs supercapacitor. Get from over here. It needs just some plates, circuits, and batteries. Just place in a box for right now. Circuits. Plates. Water issues. And we should have some batteries over here. Couple. And batteries. That is super capacitor. Complete. Wild. And that is electromagnetic science pack. Supercapacitor, accumulator, electrolyte, and holmium solution made in electromagnetic plants. Only here. I'm assuming pretty much all this stuff can only be made here. There it is. Only here. I guess not this. No requirements for that. Made in electromagnetic plant. No construction requirements. Temperature requirements on this, which is interesting. Made in chemical plant. Scrap recycling anywhere. Make these here. Crafting surface requirements for the electromagnetic plant is here. And of course, we only get the scrap here anyways, so technically we can do stuff in other places, but for the most part, this is where it's got to be. So this is very much a super ad hoc system. Technically makes the things, but it definitely needs massive amounts of improvements. And just set up to constantly keep making stuff. See if we can get some actual lines going here. Instead of just throwing things together and hoping for the best, like we did on the last planet. But this is at least the start of things actually working. They'll actually make it work. At least a little bit. Next time, goodbye.